I just wanted to post a video about these small wheels on the Quickie wheelchairs. These three wheels, one's with a jockey wheel at the front and a similar jockey wheel at the back. We've broken two of these so far on the front. This one, the light grey now, is actually not an original part, but one that we managed to get from a specialist disabled supplier while we were on holiday. They should be black and all the same, but so the plastic rim seems to break even with the slightest provocation. So I just wonder if everybody else had the same problem. So as I said, we've broken two of these wheels now, and I just wanted to draw attention to it, see whether anybody else has had the same problem. They cost £40 each to replace from Quickie, but they're made up of basically this solid tyre, which is just held between two plastic moulded wheel halves, and this is the one that's broken in this case. The rim just snaps off. It's actually very thin in terms of the surface of the cross section that holds it together, and in both cases I was actually there both times that these broke, and it was very low impact, just rising up a tiny curb, so a quarter of an inch in one case, but obviously the wheel just caught it at a funny angle, and this just snapped off, and of course the tyre falls off and it all goes horribly wrong. But yeah, these don't seem to have any glass in them. It looks it could be nylon, but so there's no glass content that's noticeable, so it's not very strong. And so I think, given the choice of plastic and the cross-sectional area there around this flange, it's just not going to take much impact. The other kind of annoying design feature is that the two halves are different. You'd think that from value engineering point of view, you'd make these two mouldings exactly the same, but in fact this one has little hexagons for some nuts, which are these screws that run through from one side to the other, but the other one has these countersunk plane holes, which is just crazy really. So you think they make those interchangeable, just a single part number, but apparently not. The whole wheel is held onto the fork of the caster, this 8mm bolt, which runs straight through these little skateboard bearings. There's no fit worth speaking of on those. That just fits onto a standard bolt, so it's just a loose fit. And then there's a spacer that runs between, and then the other bearing on the other side, straight into the plastic housing of the mouldings. So pretty straightforward and simple, but so it's just this weak point seems to be this flange. I'm thinking that if it happens again, I may just make up the steel disc, which would need to have a hole in the centre, be a giant washer in effect, as they could just be bolted straight through from one side to the other. So that would certainly be a lot stronger. We'll see. Depends how mean I'm feeling at the time, I suppose. I don't want to fork out another 40 quid for a new wheel if it comes to it. Okay. Maybe you could put in the comments if you have had the same problem, whether this is indeed just a weak point on these wheels, or I've just been unlucky. Right, thanks for watching.